A federal judge tonight is accepting the guilty plea from a former South Carolina lawmaker in a child pornography case. Caroline Yaffa tells us about R.J. May's admission and the punishment he is facing.
A plea agreement has been reached in the child pornography case against R.J. May. If approved by the judge, May will plead guilty to 5 charges. May was charged with 10 counts of child sexual abuse material after investigators say they traced files shared on the app Kik through accounts using the names Joe Biden with 4N69 and Eric Rentling back to May's home internet and personal cell phone. He was set for trial October 9th, but if this plea is approved, that would change.
Anywhere from 90 to 95% of cases usually get plea bargains, so most cases don't actually go to trial. So him accepting a plea bargain is pretty normative, actually.
Under federal law, the judge can decide whether May's 5 sentences run at the same time or one after another.
I don't know what the sentencing guidelines are on that, but it ain't gonna be 5 years. Let's just be clear about that. I would be surprised if it's not in the double digits. By pleading guilty, the system does reward people for pleading guilty.
Typically what you see when someone is entering an agreement, the agreement is trying to avoid what could have been the most severe sentence.
Attorney Bill Nettles says one of the biggest mistakes May has made since his arrest was the fact that he is representing himself in court.
There's literally no way he could try that case. And so once he made the decision to represent himself, I don't think there was any real plausible path forward for him but a guilty plea.
He says May had great public defenders at his disposal.
Top to bottom seems to be a little bit a problem for him, right? There's a certain amount of arrogance thinking you're going to get away with it. And there's a certain amount of arrogance thinking that someone who is not schooled in the law was the best choice to be his lawyer, that being himself.
The plea agreement also requires May to register as a sex offender for life, forfeit his electronic devices, and pay restitution to victims.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.